Welcome to the course Basic Calculus 1. So, before starting the course, I would like to speak a few words about the course. So, in this course, we will be talking about the basics of calculus, which will depend on the limiting process, the notion of limiting process. That is the central theme for the whole course. So, this limiting process means when you have a function, when x is a variable x is near some point in its domain, then what happens to the functional value f of x? Does it stay near some other point or not? Some point or not. So, that is basically the notion of limiting process. So, to discuss that limiting process, we will need to say something about real valued functions. So, basically we will be interested in functions which will be defined on intervals and taking real values. They are called real valued functions. So, once we introduce the notion of functions, we will talk about its graph. The graph might look something like a curve in the plane, but not always all functions look like that. Basically, we will also be interested in curves in the plane, and usually curves in the plane will depend on two functions, since it has two coordinates. So, we will describe the first coordinate as a function of some other parameter, second coordinate as a function of another parameter. They will be curves, and they will be told that these curves are defined parametrically with that independent variable. So, we will be talking them in detail later. So, that is what we will be considering, curves in the plane. Sometimes functions also will be able to represent some of the curves. So, in these functions, we will be taking the first notion, which is called continuous functions. There we will be applying for the first time the notion of limiting process. So, once we go for continuous functions, we will go to describe tangents at a point on the curve. So, though tangents are geometrical and its definition is a bit cryptic, we will see how it goes. It has some connection with the derivative of a function, or called differentiability of a function. So, derivatives are obtained by taking applying an operation which is called differentiation on the functions. So, that is again an application of the notion, central notion of limiting process. Then, as a reverse process of this operation of differentiation, we will also discuss integration, and we will define of course integration in a different way, but we will connect with differentiation as it is the reverse process. We will show that it really does so. Then, once the integration is over, we will go to apply this notion of integration for obtaining lengths of curves in the plane, and of course volumes and surfaces of revolution. So, this revolution is of a region or of a curve around one straight line. So, for doing all these things, we will be referring to the book by G.B. Thomas and R.L. Fenney. Its name is Calculus and Analytic Geometry, 9th edition, published by Addison Wesley in 2009. And we have it is a very big, large book. We will be taking only chapters 1 to 5 for this course. That will form the basic calculus 1. So, of course, there will be, I think there will be two follow-ups of this, basic calculus 2 and basic calculus 3, that will cover the whole book. Later we will see in other courses. So, our portion will be chapters 1 to 5 of this book. Then in every lecture, almost you will find we will be concentrating on one or two concepts, and then to explain the concepts we will include some examples. Examples are nothing but problems, but they are completely solved. So, we will solve them, and basing on these notions again we will have some problems which we will term as exercises. So, but exercises you should be careful. After going through the lecture in the examples, an exercise problem will be presented. So, in that I would ask you to stop this video, try to solve the exercise yourself before proceeding. Then after you go through or you completely solve the exercise, go to the solution of the exercise. So, this way you will be learning better than just doing this or taking tutorials. This course may not really require tutorials because of this. We will be solving lot of problems. But your book contains within these chapters 1 to 5 around 1000 problems. In the exercises we will be solving around 100 of them. If you need some more problems to solve, you can solve from the book yourself, you solve it and check your answers given in the book itself. So, that way you will be learning, and the whole course will be divided into 36 lectures roughly covered in 12 weeks. Each week will have 3 lectures, and each lecture will have around 40 to 45 minutes. It should have been around 50 minutes, but that 5 to 10 minutes I am leaving you to stop at the exercises, solve it yourself and come back to this. So, roughly it will cover the same amount of time, around 50 minutes, though the lecture will be around 40 to 45 minutes. But you must use that way. I emphasize again, you do not read the exercise problems and their solutions as you read the examples. That is why they have been grouped in a different way called examples and exercises. At each exercise you should stop the video, take your pen and paper, solve it and then come back to this. If you are not able to solve sometime in between, you again come back, see 1 or 2 lines and go back to your solving. That is the way you will be using the portion for the exercises here. Then the whole course can be thought of as roughly 3 units, though we are not dividing it to units. So, the first 12 lectures will be concentrating on real numbers, functions and the notion of continuity along with the limiting process. That will take around 12 lectures, not exactly, we will see how the course progresses, how much time it takes. And the second unit be again 12 lectures or 4 weeks, we will be talking about differentiation and its application to various problems. Then in the third unit we will have the integration, again that will have some around 12 lectures, and not only it is the theoretical thing, but its application of the notion of integration as a reverse process of differentiation to many other problems. So, those other problems will be like your, as earlier mentioned, finding the length of a curve, okay, and then finding the volumes of solids of revolution, finding the surface area of volume solids of revolution. So, these are the things will be done roughly in 12 weeks. So, sometimes I would like to declare now itself that there can be typographical errors. Of course, while giving the lectures I will be correcting them. Some of them still can remain uncorrected. So, you should be very careful in correcting them, and specifically when some number is coming as the answer, you should verify that it is really the answer. And once you solve the problems, you will find that some mistakes which is typographical errors in the coming up in the theory or the concept before the problems are solved, there can be some typographical errors which you can correct after going through the solution of the problems. So, you should not take it as if it is written there, so it is correct. You should really question and try to think yourself, come back to it later and correct it. That is the way you will be learning better. So, once with these disclaimers, I would ask you to start with lecture 1 and enjoy the course.